Children can now get the Pfizer vaccine. Plus, a new barbershop in Athens is founded on love and family. And in sports, the Ohio High School football playoffs begin tonight. Newswatch starts right now.
Good evening. Welcome to Newswatch, your source for news impacting southeastern Ohio. I'm Fallon Howard. Federal authorities charge a Marietta man after suspected destructive devices were found in Ohio River tugboats. A 42-year-old Nathaniel Bland Becker was charged Thursday by the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives for possession of one or more unregistered destructive devices. Investigators determined a pipe used to make one of the devices was purchased at a store in Marietta. Surveillance video from the store then identified a suspect and a vehicle. Police later spotted Becker's SUV near the same store Wednesday. A traffic stop ensued. Becker was taken into custody. It wasn't immediately clear Thursday whether Becker had an attorney who would comment on the charge. The new Ohio Redistricting Commission is poised to miss another deadline. Commission Chair and Republican House Speaker Bob Coop said Thursday's meeting would be the panel's last before the Sunday deadline for passing bipartisan congressional map. Congressional maps are reconfigured every 10 years to reflect new census figures. Legislative leaders have blamed missed deadlines on census delays caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Missing the Sunday deadline would send the congressional map-making process back to state lawmakers who have until November 30th to approve a map. One local barber in Athens attributes his success to the power of love and family. WU reporter Andre Norillis joins us live in the studio with more.
Thanks, Fallon. Razor West's new location on Court Street bears the name of his son, who helped start his career cutting hair.
For 35-year-old Razor West, cutting hair was never a lifelong dream.
After graduating high school till the age of 28, before I started cutting hair, it was rough, how I didn't really see a future in it.
After working in construction, car sales, and in call centers, one may say he didn't find barbering found him.
Through a little time of depression, it was my son, to be honest, my oldest, Bam.
It all started about 8 years ago, when West couldn't afford a barber to cut Bam's hair.
I just used the clippers that I did with my beard and gave him a haircut, and it was horrible, but it was his reaction after.
A year later, West got into barber school, and a few years after that, West moved from Akron, Ohio to Athens, Ohio. Akron is a big city compared to Athens, but Athens drew West in.
Being in a place like this to where everyone actually is friendly, you don't have to look over your shoulder, everybody isn't out to get you.
West says he doesn't want to be pigeonholed into being the black barbershop, that he and his staff will cut the hair of anyone that walks through the door. But at the same time, he is also focused on mentoring the next generation.
What's going on with you though, man? We really talk a lot to our younger clients, especially the young black men, about their opportunities, and the different things that they can do.
It's the young men in his life, his 3 sons, that inspired the name of his barbershop, Bam and Bros Barbershop, named after Bam, the kid that started it all, and his other 2 brothers.
He has 2 little brothers, Royce and Miles, and they're just his little tag-alongs.
The impact Bam had on West is the reason why West is able to impact his clients.
I probably wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for my son that day cutting his hair and just his actions after. I don't think I'd still be around.
For West, life is more than having the big house or the nice car. It's about family.
I have those 3 little guys, and the way they look at me, the way they look up to me, the way they talk to me, all those things, it just motivates me every day.
West says he is also looking at other ways to use his success to help the community. Live in studio, I'm Andre Norris.
So in the past 24 hours, we've seen about 1.5 inches of rain so far from this system that we've been seeing all day today and from last night. But right now we're looking at around 55 degrees with some scattered showers around the area. But some more rain will be coming back into the Athens region by tonight. Looking across the regions, temperatures are around the mid to upper 50, sorry about that. And we're still seeing rain across the region, and we're going to be seeing that through tonight and into tomorrow. Looking at our weather headlines for this weekend, Going to be looking at rain overnight with some scattered showers heading into Saturday. But luckily, we're going to be seeing some dry weather heading into Sunday, and we'll definitely see some peaks of sun. But for now, we're going to be looking outside at the Convo in Athens, where we still see lots and lots of cloud cover, and some more rain will be heading into the area. For now, I'm going to be handing it back to Fallon.
The Food and Drug Administration on Friday authorized COVID-19 vaccines for children aged 5 to 11, but your child can't just get a shot just yet. Vaccine advisors at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention must meet on November 2nd to discuss whether they will recommend it. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky will make the final decision. It's the first COVID-19 vaccine authorized in the United States for younger children. It's 1/3 the dose of the vaccine used for people 12 and older. Pfizer says clinical trials showed it provides more than 90% protection against symptomatic disease in children. The company hopes the lower dose will reduce the risk of any side effects. Vaccines could be administered as soon as the CDC signs off. The White House says it has a plan already in place for distributing the vaccines to children. 2 of the year's recipients of the Janko Award honoring people for leadership and service in Appalachia, Ohio are from Athens this year. WOUB reporter Olivia Roman joins us live in the studio with more.
Patty Mitchell is one of those 2 recipients honored for the passion she puts into creating an inclusive space for people to create art. Inside the brightly colored building on West 8th Street, PassionWorks artists are hard at work creating their next masterpieces. PassionWorks was started in 1998 by Patty Mitchell because of her brother.
I had a brother who was institutionalized, and so it was a mystery as to where he was. And so I became obsessed with the idea of institutional care. He passed when he was 12 and I was 10. And as I grew up, I just made a promise.
A promise to create a space for people like her brother to thrive in.
I would live for the both of us. And then I promised if I saw something that I wouldn't want him to be in, I would look at it and think, well, how could this be different? And why?
All of the art is created by artists of different abilities, from all walks of life. For some, creating art gives them a chance to decompress and meet new people that they will soon call family.
I mean, I can't tell you how much I love waking up in the morning and saying, hey, I get to go to PassionWorks.
In this work environment, there are no behavior plans that focus on control and keeping people in their seats. It is the complete opposite practice of a standard institution, and PassionWorks has proven this way to be more effective.
People are autonomous and they make their own decisions, and people do what they like to do and what they're happy doing. So negative behaviors go down because negative behaviors are just basically an expression of frustration.
Every year, the Janko Awards are given to a few individuals in the Appalachian, Ohio region to recognize these unsung heroes for their amazing service to creating a better quality of life and their visionary leadership.
This Janko Award has really helped give us a little bit more street cred.
In Athens, I'm Olivia Roman for Newswatch.
For more information on PassionWorks, you can go to their website, www.passionworks.org, and stay connected by following their Instagram at PassionWorks Studio. Live in the studio, I'm Olivia Roman.
Athens Trick or Treat is this weekend, how to stay healthy in the community. And President Biden finishes his first day in Europe. These stories and more when Newswatch returns.
It's playoffs? Yeah, we're definitely talking playoffs. Get ready because we all have previews in Divisions 5, 6, and 7 and highlights from Division 3 and 4 on Friday. Get excited because the road from the 740 to Canton, Ohio starts on Friday, and you can find the best coverage right here on Gridiron Glory on WOUB on Friday nights at 11:30 p.m. and Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. So get the popcorn ready.
On Secrets of the Dead, the true origins of Stonehenge have remained shrouded in mystery. The secret is in the bluestones.
Now, a dedicated team of archaeologists and scientists have made an incredible discovery.
What we found here is something very exciting.
We're looking for pits of a certain size in a certain formation, and it's not easy.
The first circle of Stonehenge on Secrets of the Dead.
When we deployed to Afghanistan,
Iraq, Korea,
Vietnam,
we're at war.
Fear and anxiety becomes the new normal.
Combat up close changes you. I was so badly injured, my crew thought I was dead. They pulled me out anyway, because you never leave anyone behind.
On D-Day, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was a boy. 10 o'clock at night, I was a man.
Coming up on the next Song of the Mountains.
Dying up on the Matterhorn. Not a grave for me to lie in, nor a thing to keep me warm. The Queen would surely knight me if I could get back down. But it's closer here to heaven than it is back to the ground.
Lively performances where old tradition meets new, here on Song of the Mountains.
And I've tried and I've died upon the Matterhorn. That mighty Matterhorn.
An investigation has been opened up against Athens County male who has been exchanging child pornography on social media. The images and video he has shared seeming have been created by him and were of a young female. 26-year-old Johnny Pryor was taken into custody earlier this week and confessed to having created the images with a 9-year-old female. Pryor is currently being held in the Southeast Ohio Regional Jail on charges of rape and pandering obscenities. This case is still under investigations and charges are expected to follow. The state agency responsible for representing accused people who cannot pay for their own legal defense is opposing a bill that seeks to protect domestic abuse survivors from escalating violence. Aisha's Law was named after Aisha Frazier, a woman killed by her ex-husband, former state lawmaker and judge. The law would require screenings in domestic violence incidents and protective orders around the clock. It would also make strangulation a felony. Nikki Klum from the Ohio Public Defender's Office raised concerns about how the measure will be written. Klum says that she hopes to work with the bill's bipartisan sponsors on this. President Biden is wrapping up his first day of a critical 5-day diplomatic mission across Europe. The package agenda kicked off with an emotional gathering with the Pope and a critical meeting with the French president following a diplomatic clash. Biden is working to convince allies that the U.S. is ready to lead on the world stage on climate change, the global economy, and the pandemic response. The trip comes as Biden believes his presidency is hanging in the balance back home.
With diplomacy at the forefront, President Biden kicking off his second major overseas trip as commander-in-chief with a visit to Rome, meeting with Pope Francis for nearly an hour and a half.
You are the most significant warrior for peace I've ever met.
Biden, the second Catholic U.S. president, gifting the pontiff with a special military coin bearing the insignia of the Delaware National Guard unit in which his late son Beau served as a captain. The president and the Pope discussing their shared values on issues like climate change, COVID-19, and refugees.
He has a fundamental worldview that America cannot and should not go it alone, and that we work closely with our allies on issues like counterterrorism and issues of trade and economics, issues of vaccinating the world.
President Biden also meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron, their first in-person meeting since tensions arose last month after the U.S. and the UK agreed to help Australia acquire nuclear-powered submarines, sinking a multi-billion-dollar deal involving France. Biden's trip for the G20 summit in Italy and the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Scotland come as congressional lawmakers continue to work on the president's domestic agenda.
To show the rest of the world that we can function. That's extremely important, not just for our economy, but for our national security and our relationship with the rest of the world.
In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn.
How to stay safe and healthy on Halloween? That story's still ahead.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm your lead
forecaster Erin Ashley, and I'm reporting live from Meadowbrook High School in Guernsey County. I'll be back right after the break for a look at tonight's weather, but for now, let's take a look at stocks of local interest.
It's playoffs? Yeah, we're definitely talking playoffs. Get ready because we all have previews in Divisions 5, 6, and 7 and highlights from Division 3 and 4 on Friday. Get excited because the road from the 740 to Canton, Ohio starts on Friday, and you can find the best coverage right here on Gridiron Glory on WOUB on Friday nights at 11:30 p.m. and Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. So get the popcorn ready.
On Secrets of the Dead, the true origins of Stonehenge have remained shrouded in mystery.
The secret is in the bluestones.
Now, a dedicated team of archaeologists and scientists have made an incredible discovery.
What we found here is something very exciting.
We're looking for pits of a certain size in a certain formation, and it's not easy.
The first circle of Stonehenge on Secrets of the Dead.
Coming up on the next Song of the Mountains.
Dying up on the Matterhorn. Not a grave for me to lie in, nor a thing to keep me warm. The Queen would surely knight me if I could get back down, but it's closer here to heaven than it is back to the ground.
Lively performances where old tradition meets new here on Song of the Mountains.
And I've tried and I've died upon the Matterhorn, that mighty Matterhorn.
When we deployed to Afghanistan,
Iraq, Korea,
Vietnam.
we're at war.
Fear and anxiety becomes the new normal.
Combat up close changes you. I was so badly injured, my crew thought I was dead. They pulled me out anyway because you never leave anyone behind.
On D-Day, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was a boy. 10 o'clock at night, I was a man.
Welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll be back to Aaron in a little bit, but for right now, we're going to be talking about tomorrow's weather, where we still have a low pressure system around the area that's still going to be bringing us rain tomorrow for the first half of Halloween weekend. But by Sunday, the skies should start to clear out. So let's take a look at the Halloween weekend forecast starting with Saturday. So for tomorrow, be looking at some afternoon showers. In the morning, it's going to be cloudy, but the rain will start to roll back in for Saturday. And we're going to be seeing about a 70% chance of rain, and winds will be out from the southwest at around 5 miles per hour. Looking at the region for tomorrow, we're going to be in the upper 50s to low 60s with showers likely heading into the afternoon. If you're going to be heading out for trick-or-treating tomorrow, it's probably not going to be the best day because we're still going to be looking at those showers. At around 6 p.m., we're going to be seeing rain at around 70% chance. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s. And by 8 p.m., we're going to be looking at temperatures remaining steady at around 52 degrees. But the rain chances will start to decrease on Saturday by around 10 p.m. and heading into midnight, where tomorrow we're going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies. It's going to be around 60 degrees, drying out. It's going to be a little bit breezy with winds increasing from the west at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And looking at the region, we're going to be seeing partly to mostly cloudy skies, which is looking a lot better for Halloween Sunday. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s to low 60, which is looking really nice. And if you're heading out for trick-or-treating on Sunday for Halloween, we're going to be looking at really nice weather by 6 p.m. where we'll see partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, and the winds will start to decrease. Even though that we're going to be in the mid-50s, I do highly recommend just bundling up because it will be a little bit chilly. And heading into the 7-day forecast, we're going to be looking at showers on Saturday. We're going to be looking at showers on Saturday. Sunday is going to be partly to mostly cloudy, and then temperatures at night are going to be in the low 30s. But heading into Thursday, we may see some flurries in the morning, but we're still tracking that for Thursday. So Halloween's going to be looking really nice. We do still see showers in the on Saturday, but that should start to wrap up for Sunday. So highly recommend if you guys are going to be trick-or-treating to head out on Sunday.
With a successful vaccine rollout for 12 and older, top U.S. health officials say kids should enjoy this year's Halloween festivities. Kids should say that they should follow the Halloween festivities, but also stay safe.
It's that time of year again. Costumes, candy, and unfortunately, COVID-19.
A lot of parents have been a little frustrated that their kids have been missing out on a lot of holiday celebrations for the past 2 years.
But this year, the pandemic is different, and so is Halloween, according to pediatrician Dr. Gary Kirklis with Phoenix Children's Hospital.
Kids can safely trick-or-treat and enjoy some of the holiday festivities, although they still need to do it safely.
While overall new COVID-19 cases are decreasing across the U.S., the American Academy of Pediatrics says more than 25% of those being reported are in children. Officials say it's especially important to keep safe those who aren't yet eligible for a vaccine. The AAP recommends families stay outside where the virus doesn't spread as easily and trick-or-treat in small groups.
Thank you. There's a lot of outdoor activities that they can do, like pumpkin patches and corn mazes. A lot of zoos are having Halloween special events going on. So those are all very, very safe activities to do.
But if you do go indoors, mask up.
All those Halloween parties, we have, multiple family members from different households, definitely still recommending wearing masking. And you can make those masks part of your outfit. I mean, you can buy themed masks to match your outfit.
Having fun while staying safe makes this Halloween less scary. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Here's a look at what's coming up on your PBS NewsHour.
It's playoffs? Yeah, we're definitely talking playoffs. Get ready because we all have previews in Divisions 5, 6, and 7 and highlights from Division 3 and 4 on Friday. Get excited because the road from the 7-4-0 to Canton, Ohio starts on Friday, and you can find the best coverage right here on Gridiron Glory on WOUB on Friday nights at 11:30 p.m. and Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. So get the popcorn ready.
When we deployed to Afghanistan,
Iraq, Korea,
Vietnam,
we're at war.
Fear and anxiety becomes the new normal.
Combat up close changes you. I was so badly injured, my crew thought I was dead. They pulled me out anyway because you never leave anyone behind.
On D-Day, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was a boy. 10 o'clock at night, I was a man.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross.
We were sitting on an incredible story, and my first thought was, why are we not telling this?
It's just amazing. You get to see the studio and all the original artifacts.
It's like any other room until you know the story. Bob Ross painted here. Suddenly, this space becomes magical.
This is a great new destination for Bob Ross fans all over.
The Bob Ross experience is a home for Bob Ross.
Any Bob fan would love it.
On Secrets of the Dead, the true origins of Stonehenge have remained shrouded in mystery.
The secret is in the bluestones.
Now, a dedicated team of archaeologists and scientists have made an incredible discovery.
What we found here is something very exciting.
We're looking for pits of a certain size in a certain formation, and it's not easy.
The first circle of Stonehenge on Secrets of the Dead.
Welcome back to Newswatch. I'm Michael Roth. I'm here in Byesville, Ohio for the Gridiron Glory Game of the Week between the Meadowbrook Colts and the Vinton County Vikings. The Colts won the NBL Small Division title this season and come into this game winners of their last 4 games. Meadowbrook has a high-powered offense, scoring 30 or more points in 8 of their 10 regular season games. That Colts offense will be met by a strong Benton County defense. The Vikings, led by first-year head coach TJ Carper, had their first winning season since 2004. We'll see if the Vikings can continue their magical run or if the Colts offense will be too much for them. Gridiron Glory is at a bunch more games tonight as Division 3 and 4 playoffs started. We have a strong base in Division 3, Region 11. In Jackson, the Ironmen will host Columbus South. The Ironmen had some close games early in the season, but won their 5 conference games by 40 points per game. Another key battle in this region is between the London Red Raiders and the Zanesville Blue Devils. London started the season 0-2, but have caught fire since, winning their last 8 games of the season. Zanesville has played one of the toughest schedules in the region. The Blue Devils' 3 losses were to teams that went 27-1 in the regular season. They might be a 13 seed, but I wouldn't count the Blue Devils out. Moving to Division 4, Region 15, Bloom Carroll won the region last season, and they have their eyes on another title in 2021. After the second 10-0 season in school history, the Bulldogs are hosting Warren to begin their playoff run. Divisions 5, 6, and 7 all play on Saturday nights this season. One key rematch involves SOC2 rivals Wheelersburg and Portsmouth West. These 2 teams actually met in Week 10, and Wheelersburg dominated, winning 38-0. Another team in this region looking to make a deep run is Piketon. The Red Streaks had their first unbeaten season since the 1960s. I spoke with Piketon head coach Tyler Gullion about what this first home playoff game in school history means to them.
For the best, but I mean, to go through a season undefeated is really special. I know you say it, you put that goal, but it doesn't happen very often. So am I a little bit surprised? Probably yes, because it's just hard to get up for every week and not slip up, and so to stay undefeated, it's pretty special, and didn't really see all that coming.
Something that we've hoped for since we were young. We always told ourselves we stuck together, we could do big things. And to see it all unfold, and now to go into the playoffs with mentality that we can beat anybody, it's a good atmosphere to be in.
First home playoff game, so I expect a big crowd. Hopefully the rain clears out, but either way, it should be a special night.
The fast quarterback, stop the running backs, and let our offense do our thing.
Now, I'm now joined by WEB lead forecaster Aaron Ashley. Aaron, can you describe the elements teams are going to be playing under tonight?
So actually today, as you can experience right now, there's actually no rain happening right now, but that is subject to change as we are under a 20% chance of rain. That'll make for some slippery terrain. Michael, what does this mean for the rest of the games tonight?
Yeah, so we're actually on a field that has turf. It's going to be a lot easier for the players to move compared to grass if it's wet. Now, despite bad conditions, unless there is lightning, games are still going to go on. Aaron, is there any expected lightning in the area?
Thankfully, there is no lightning expected, just a chance for rain. But I'm going to throw it back to you guys in the studio.
Millions of people across large parts of the U.S. and Canada could see quite a show in the sky this weekend. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says a large solar flare erupted Thursday. That could result in the causing of aurora borealis to be visible across the U.S. and Europe Saturday and Sunday. Scientists at the University of Alaska say weather permitting, the northern lights could be visible from Portland, Oregon to New York City. It may also be visible on the horizon in the places as far as south as Carson City, Nevada, Oklahoma City, and Raleigh, North Carolina. NOAA says the geomagnetic storm could also cause voltage irregularities and false alarms in some devices. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Fallon Howard. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. Have a great night.
Support comes from Goldsberry Wealth Strategies in Athens and Parkersburg, focusing on helping people achieve a life well lived with a custom strategy. Information at goldsberrywealth.com. Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC. Support comes from Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh in Athens, providing retirement planning and assistance to Southeast Ohio for 50 years. Snyder, Fuller, and